And with that, let's get started, folks. Final sets of top 16.
Yeah.
What a set to end it. I will say these two, again, amazing players.
This is going to be a fast one to kick things off or to end things out here. Definitely like something you'd see like in like grand finals of some tournaments. Like both these players are just so good. And already BLAARG with just a huge spike at the start here, and this back-to-back chain does not stop. A Cap with great survival.
Oh my goodness! Still alive even after that. So BLAARG not able to get the killing blow. Caboozled still forced to downstack with so much cheese on their board now. But that was an amazing survival in itself at the beginning. BLAARG again continuing another back-to-back chain, trying to get the kill, but Caboozled sitting at the bottom as BLAARG does make that misdrop. They're able to fix it, but forced to break out of that back-to-back. And yeah, I'm just so impressed Caboozled even got out of that for that. I was so expecting them to die. But right now they are forced to try and downstack here.
This cheese is really deadly for Cab, just having to play under so much, but is also melting through it, though BLAARG has the time to keep pressuring and is going to take that first round with back-to-back X7 after all of that cheese. BLAARG has a really sound strategy going into this, the classic, like cheese them up and then spike them out.
Yeah, usually I expect just a lot of clean from BLAARG, but I mean, so far that first round it worked so well for them, and they get a huge 27 spike there, following it up with such a clean welts to take their second game there, because Caboozled looked like they made a misshot with that J piece trying to get the downstack. Unfortunately, that did cost them that round, but following it up, Caboozled gets the two-line PC. BLAARG does get it as well here, but Caboozled ready with another PC, starting to get the loop going here as BLAARG tries to find a way to stop them from going, and they are able to do so just in time here, sending a massive spike to Caboozled.
Absolutely, yeah. Looks like BLAARG is starting to send some damage back, though. Waiting a lot right now just to send at the perfect timing. Cab is just hesitating a little too much here, unable to find a good solve, and BLAARG is going to take it yet again.
Yeah, that's already such 3 fast wins after that previous round where a lot of games were going for a long time. This is definitely a change of pace. These players are just going so fast, and Caboozled's struggling a little bit at the start here as BLAARG is playing super well with their pressure, but right now both of them do have back-to-back chains built. Forced out of it.
Oh,
did BLAARG almost have the PC there? They do get it!
Is gonna follow up with another one. And Cab does have the clean well there to protect himself, is going to be able to start sending back a lot more now. This pressure is crazy, going for this donation with the S piece, but BLAARG is going to be okay, even after all of that. Both players are still alive, even after like all of those PCs, all of those T-spins. Neither player is even high up at this point.
Yeah, that was very critical survival by both of them to get through all of that. BLAARG right now struggling to get that S piece, and it just took too long, and Caboozled took advantage, getting the spike in time to get the kill and get their first win on the board.
Yeah, that's a great punish from Cab there. Might be, hopefully BLAARG isn't nervous at this point. There's a chance, but either way, is just going to shake it off. And in the situation,
apparently not. They are not nervous. Get that mid-game PC. But Caboozled seems like they don't care about it whatsoever here. Keeping that back-to-back chain here. Reading to keep it going here. Waste that TP, forced to break out of it as they deal with so much garbage there. BLAARG finally forcing them to break out of it, and now they're the ones trying to start getting that pressure going here with that clean well they have. They misdrop there, sent to the top by Caboozled, but Caboozled also has a misdrop there, not able to find the combo out. BLAARG taking another win there.
Absolutely, and now BLAARG is just keeping the momentum going. What a round. There's a bit of a misdrop there. It doesn't matter. BLAARG just makes it into an instant donation there. Cancels out of that 9-0 almost immediately. Is going to be completely fine. Though Cab right now is just slowing down a little bit, trying to time there and deal with all of the pressure that BLAARG is going to output here. Look at this damage, back-to-back X14, and Cab is just playing off of this clean garbage. His life depends on it right now. And
BLAARG does
the
misdrop there.
Wait,
Still keeping that back-to-back though. Oh, does follow it up with another misdrop. Does force them to break out of it. Amazing survival by Caboozled to get out of that. Now BLAARG's the one in a little bit of a tricky situation. Does find a nice down stack in the meantime, but Caboozled has such a clean well to work with and gets the double misdrop there. Does find the combo out. Oh my goodness, what a survival there.
You look at that board, you take one glance, you think they're immediately dead, but Cap, he's just going to make it out anyways. And the set just continues on still, though Cap with those misdrops are deadly at the end there. That is really unfortunate.
Yeah, even after such a clean survival, just following it up with a few more misdrops. And again, that cost them. And at this point, BLAARG is building up a strong lead here. Gets the PC into the two-line PC. Caboozled getting another misdrop at the top there. Trying to find any way to downstack through it, but not able to get to the well time. And BLAARG up 6-1 at this point, running away with it.
Yeah, you can use up that eye sometimes, you can like slow down to think sometimes, but if you do both, and at that situation, you're just gone. BLAARG is going to take advantage of that immediately. And now, Cab with this misdrop at the start is not going to have a solve out, especially with that pressure from BLAARG. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Another quick round. And BLAARG is well on his way to taking this first set here. Already took the Tetra League round, in theory.
Yeah, I just feel like Caboozled just misdropping a little too much. And once, right as I say it, they misdrop again here. Not sure if that's a commentator's curse, but it does not matter for BLAARG. They get another win here, 3 away from taking this first set in such a dominant fashion. Caboozled needs to figure out how to handle these misdrops because it's cost them so many games. They are trying to PC here to start. And it looks like BLAARG with the misdrop there, Caboozled finally getting a second win on the board because of it.
Yeah, absolutely. What a wild game there. Cab is going to be able to take it quickly. Goes for the DPC this time around, and BLAARG is not ready in that situation, unfortunately. Builds up for a T-piece that is just a little too late, and Cab takes another round here.
Yeah, those opener wins definitely helping out Caboozled at this point. Looks like they're not able to get the PCs to continue this round. Now it's up to if they can get a win in the mid game here. They are sending nice pressure to BLAARG, but BLAARG has such a clean well that they're able to cancel basically all of it. And now Caboozeld's the one trying to downstack as BLAARG builds this back-to-back here.
Ooh, that donation is really nice from Cab there to stay alive for a little longer. Gets that well. Is going to be completely alive here. BLAARG right now probably just looking for a good board to just start pressuring. And that donation is really nice. The 20 spike there follows up with the Tetris from the well. Cab is kind of on the ropes, but is going to make it out. And it looks like BLAARG has so much back-to-back ready. This 37 in Cab, even with like that messy board, is still going to be alive and is going to make it all the way down. Both of these players here.
Yeah, amazing back-to-back by both of them right now. Caboozled keeping it going with this pressure. BLAARG getting sent up a little bit. Does find a nice combo down here. Caboozled just trying to keep that back-to-back going. Does have the LST ready here. Trying to greet as much as they can. Do get the donation into the 32 spike. BLAARG still able to downsec through all of that. Caboozled continuing this back-to-back. Gets the 15 back-to-back win to take it.
Oh my god, and that is just enough. Cab with a misdrop there. If BLAARG survived just a little bit longer, I think Cab probably would have had to reset to neutral there. But he didn't, and right now we're just seeing another round. But BLAARG is going to quickly melt through that PC as Cab misdrops. That's not what you want to see. You don't want to misdrop right after you send off a PC unless you get counter-spiked to the ceiling and beyond. Sent through the roof.
Yeah, with that, BLAARG only 2 away from taking it here. Caboozled does not care, gets the PC to start here, sending BLAARG up so high. They are able to downstack, so clean it through it, but Caboozled continuing with this onslaught of pressure, not stopping, gets the back-to-back chain, now starting to try and do some ST, not able to continue it for very long, as BLAARG is the one trying to downstack with so much pressure being sent at them.
Absolutely, yeah, and now Cab has an interesting board to start pressuring off of, does clean it up a little bit, but not before BLAARG gets out. BLAARG just takes that little window of time to make it out, but Cab is going to be able to back-to-back, is going to be able to start building this up now. Gets to X9 here in this chain, but not before BLAARG is also making it out. Cab has to cancel out of that back-to-back chain, and BLAARG, even after accepting so much, is still completely fine. Great timing and survival on that, on his part there. And oh, that misdrop on that J-piece is really bad at the top, especially. BLAARG is going to take it to match point for this first set here.
Yeah, and Caboozled, even though they're just pressuring so well, they make a single misdrop and it just costs them. And right now they start that opener with the misdrop, giving BLAARG the opportunity to send a massive spike. Caboozled does get down through all of it in time, managing to counter spike BLAARG. Now they're the ones trying to defend against all of this pressure. Caboozled is sending, but they're not able to. And Caboozled taking another round here, still fighting for their lives to take this first set.
Yeah, now it's 5-10. And yeah, these players just don't show any signs of stopping here. Looks like Cab still waiting a little bit here, even while BLAARG is also sending off so much. Going to just be so efficient, and that's that first set complete. BLAARG takes it.
Yeah, what a strong performance there. I feel like Caboozled played so well on the other end, but again, they just had too many misdrops, like we've mentioned before, and a lot of rounds they lost to that. I mean, they definitely have the opportunity to get some wins. If they can start to misdrop a little bit less the second set, they definitely have the chance. But right now, BLAARG is going into that second set with so much momentum.
Absolutely, yeah. This momentum is very strong for BLAARG. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if Cab can clutch up a little more, take some more sets here. After all, it's like 5-11. It's not like, this is not a sweep by any means. Cab fought really, really hard throughout this entire set, and we'll get to see that even more in the next one.
Yeah, especially on the latter half. If you look at the stats here, Caboozled did get 4 of those wins, while BLAARG only got 3. So, I mean, if Caboozled is able to keep up some of those wins that they got at the end there, they definitely have an opportunity. But again, BLAARG seemingly unstoppable, going 200 APM average here, 3.8 PPS, playing so well. They're going to need to pull out everything they can to actually clutch out this second set.
Yeah, for sure, because BLAARG is just such a menace. It is really, really hard to... It's really hard to take this guy down, but alright. Into the next game we go here. With
potentially the last one for top 16 if BLAARG does get it.
Yeah, it's time. Going into this first set now with some perfect clears. BLAARG is going to send off all of that damage at the start here, with a super, super clean stack. Going to keep sending, but Cab right now does have a clean board to make it out. He's just playing off of this garbage like his life depends on it, because it really does. And BLAARG with that misdrop, Cab stays solid throughout that entire first round to secure it.
Yeah, they just amazing down stacking, sending at the right moments to cancel everything they need. And with that, BLAARG making a mistake, and it cost them. And right now, Caboozled going for these PCs here, sending BLAARG to the top. Caboozled still keeping it going here. BLAARG barely surviving, but Caboozled is not done. Does hesitate for a moment, but still is able to get it just in time. Caboozled starting the round with 2 quick wins here. Definitely favoring them to start.
Absolutely, yeah. This is a bit of a reversal here. We'll see if Cap can keep it going. Really hope he does, and looks like this LST just keeps on going. But BLAARG is able to make it through, going to start counter-spiking with this conversion. Cap with the misdrop, but it's really unfortunate. And getting every skim possible, but just barely not quick enough to make it out. BLAARG is going to take his first game of this set. Here.
Yeah, who knew a 35 spike would kill, but I mean, it got it done there. Caboozled now starting this round again with some PCs, not able to get the third one off there as BLAARG starts to build a nice spike there, not able to keep back-to-back, does get a nice combo there. Caboozled looks like they have very little on their board to deal with, though, as BLAARG trying to build back-to-back, has the perfect well with it. Now Caboozle's in the defensive position, forced to downstack, does make that J-Miss drop, trying to find a combo out, barely gets to it in time. BLAARG not able to get the killing blow here, as they are forced to downstack.
Cab scoring all the donations he possibly can off the stack, and BLAARG is just saying no. BLAARG is completely fine, going to send it all back. 29 there, and Cab can't handle it, unfortunately. And just like that, it's tied again.
Yeah, BLAARG bringing it back to even here. They are not letting Caboozled run away with that at the start. Both of them going for that PC. Looks like Caboozled got a second one to actually send to BLAARG when they only got one there, but they're not able to keep it going. And now we're into this mid game here. Both of them are building those back-to-back chains. Looks like BLAARG just has the cleaner board to work with as Caboozled misdrops. Getting sent so high up from BLAARG. Looks like it wasn't able to kill, and BLAARG did break out of that back-to-back to try and get it done.
Yeah, excellent survival. Looks like BLAARG is building up the back-to-back yet again. Speeding up, gets the DT there. Cab is going to be able to skim off to that garbage well. And it looks like BLAARG needs just a bit more to take it. Though this backpack chain is just going to keep stacking higher and higher. And if Cab doesn't interrupt it soon, things could get really, really hairy. It's X16 now. BLAARG is just sending so much. And Cab is surviving. But can he make it through is the question. And it looks like...
Oh, yeah, what a donation! That was ridiculous. And now they're the ones with the back-to-back 11 here. BLAARG the one on the defensive, trying to find a way to stop it. They finally get it cleared. And Caboozled immediately following that up with the misdrop there. Now he's trying to find a downstack through all of this cheese as BLAARG starts to build a nice spike here.
Yeah, but Cab has back-to-back yet again. BLAARG is being sent up pretty high this time around. Has to take a few skims. Doesn't have the opportunity to build anything of his own just yet. Cab has a lot of damage coming through here, and that's going to clear it out. Is going to take the lead again.
I think that was like 3 or 4, like, over 10 back-to-back chains in that one round alone. Both of them playing so well right now, keeping it going. But right now, BLAARG starting the round with a misdrop here, immediately getting sent out from Caboozled's LST, and now Caboozled back with a 2-point lead here.
Yeah, the tables are kind of flipping this time around. Looks like Cab is garnering some momentum here. And is going to be able to take that donation there. Keeps it really, really clean right now. Going to just start sending a lot. Good 16, but BLAARG has great timing to stay alive there. And is going to start pressuring with a bit of ST here. BLAARG is just still sending, still keeps going here. And Cab, unfortunately, just can't get out in time. BLAARG just keeps that back-to-back going.
Yeah, even though they had a rough board there, BLAARG did manage to clutch that win in time. Almost tying it right back up here. But right now, Caboozled starting this round with that strong back-to-back. BLAARG, he's struggling a little bit more to get anything going. Does make it down to the clean with a nice combo. Sends so much cheese to Caboozled, but Caboozled downstacking that just as quickly. He seems to be out of it at this point here. And now both of them basically sitting at the bottom of their board. BLAARG, he seems to be timing now with this back-to-back, trying to keep it going. Does misdrop that L piece, though. Trying to fix it in any way he can, and gets to the clean well in time to start trying to pressure some more.
Great donation to BLAARG from BLAARG to clear it out there. Ties it right back up. Doesn't let Cab gain a major lead at all right now. Just right on his tail. And now going for the TKI PC there. BLAARG is going to be able to cancel it out, of course. Gets the double Tetris there to kind of even things up. That misdrop on the L isn't what you want to see, but at this stage isn't too deadly. Looks like right now BLAARG has a little bit of cheese, and Cab is just trying to take advantage of it, trying to pressure BLAARG out, and that misdrop is bad. BLAARG has a lot of damage to take, but is able to take it, but not for long. Cab is able to clear it out. Closing it out, brings it to 5-4 here.
Yeah, so far, Cab still the only one to have the lead in this set. And I mean, with how they're playing so far, they're doing so well. Misdropping a lot less than the previous rounds. Looked like they were able to fix that shakiness. And right now they're showing it, playing so well. They do destroy their board a little bit, trying to maintain their back-to-back. Get it into the C-spin, perfect well combo. What was that? I was not expecting them to maintain their back-to-back, do that, but with that, they get a 2-point lead here with such a clean finish.
What is going on? And yeah, looks like Cab builds up the Imperial Cross now, but BLAARG is going to have the clean garbage here to take advantage. Gets the counter spike here. Cab fighting for his life right now, trying to just speed up and use up all this clean garbage, but BLAARG not going to give Cab the chance at the top, and BLAARG is able to close it out, brings it closer here. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, wow, indeed. Blue is just a little too greedy at the top there, but with that, BLAARG, again, making sure the set is still close here, not letting Caboozled run away with it at this point. And right now, Caboozled misdropping at the start there, but looks like they were able to fix it very cleanly. And now they're timing here, as BLAARG has some misdrops of their own, getting sent to the top. He's trying to find any down stack he can, does make it down a little bit, but it might not be enough, and it is not, as Caboozled continuing with that pressure. Again, getting that 2-point lead here almost near the end of this set at this point. Only needs 4 more to tie it back in terms of sets.
Yeah, absolutely. This just, Cab is gaining a lot of momentum here, and even though he has to skim there, he's still in a pretty solid spot. Is going to be able to go down here. BLAARG is sending so much, and Cab just unfortunately just stuck in a bad spot, has the wrong pieces to get out of that one, and BLAARG is going to take it back.
Yeah, just they hesitated for just a moment too long, and BLAARG took advantage there. Such nice bursts. I mean, both of these players, they pressure at the right moments and get those kills. And right now, speaking of pressure, you can see Caboozled going for it. 5.7 PPS right now, still going 300 APM. BLAARG trying to find a down stack. Caboozled does break out of it with a misdrop there, and gives BLAARG the opportunity to live here, and now it might be BLAARG's chance to try and pressure here.
Yeah, absolutely. Cab had a great donation going into there. Just keeps taking those donations. Really, really efficient. BLAARG right now is just having to deal with it. Is able to, and just, yeah, not able to build up a back-to-back right now. Cab is keeping BLAARG pressured, which is not something you hear very often. It feels like right now BLAARG is just trying to play for his life. It's
the roles are reversed. I mean, Caboozled's still going at 4.5 PPS here, finally getting sent some cheese at this point as BLAARG starts to get their back-to-back going for the first time this game, and they might get the kill. Do not. Caboozled barely surviving. Now BLAARG dealing with some cheese on their board, forced to down stack out of it, and this might be Caboozled's opportunity to build another back-to-back chain. Looks like they choose not to continue it, to try and get down a little bit, but they followed up with such a nice spike there.
Absolutely. Looks like Cab has a cut copy now to try to protect himself here. BLAARG is going to have some clean garbage there to work with after waiting a little bit. Has to accept all of that from Cab, and that little bit of extra pressure. BLAARG has the protection there, just barely able to close it out. Cab is trying to speed up, trying to pressure and take it, and he does.
What an absurd. That was 240 APM for 4.3 PPS for like a minute and a half by Caboozled. That's the type of wins you need there. That's what it takes. Right now, Caboozled immediately starting this round with PCs, not able to keep it going as BLAARG does send a little bit. Now BLAARG, they do send a massive spike, and Caboozled with the eye misdrop there does fix it. Still trying to find a down stack though. Bolted up with the eye misdrop, but still surviving here.
Great skims to stay afloat, and Cab is going to be able to Shichiku here. Sets up another T-spin off of it, of course. Is going to be able to continue with the spike down, but BLAARG right now is okay. Is going to be able to manage. Takes a bit of combo to try and protect himself here. Now, both players have a little bit of cheese, but it's definitely manageable. BLAARG is upstacking a ton. Gets that spike, but Cab is going to be able to stay alive here now. Both of these players just going at it back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, looks like both of them back down to even here, but BLAARG follows it up with a massive spike. Caboozle barely taking it to survive, does destroy their board a little bit, not able to find the out in time as BLAARG keeps that 10 back-to-back. He gets another win, one away from bringing it back to even.
Yeah, BLAARG is not letting Cab rest on his laurels here. This is just non-stop pressure. Speaking of non-stop pressure, though, Cab goes for the DPC, but unfortunately can't quite keep it going. BLAARG is going to be able to start pressuring now, starts counter-spiking this 14, but Cab is able to barely stay alive, barely has the opportunity to get the
goodness!
but can't!
Oh my goodness! That was crazy survival by Cab. I thought they had the out, but unfortunately holding there did cost them. And now it's again tied right back up here. Caboozle starting the round with a PC, not able to get the second one, and BLAARG makes it down to the bottom of their board. Looks like they're just trying to time here Caboozle's pressure at this point. And now both of them sitting at the bottom. Caboozle, he does have that back-to-back chain that he wants to try and continue here as BLAARG just trying to downsack through that pressure.
Absolutely, yeah. BLAARG is not able to downstack that time, has an open well and just can't get down in time. Cab taking the lead this far into the set, on the verge of hitting that tiebreaker. BLAARG isn't too far behind, of course, is going to be able to wait on that C-spin opener, gets a really quick bit of damage in and is going to tie it up again. It's an even game. Oh my god!
I don't think a single set has gone to this even so far, and both of these playing so well. Caboozle trying to get that opener win in the books, but BLAARG not letting him, finds a downstack just in time to get through it. Caboozle does have that miss drop there, trying to find a downstack now, not able to. BLAARG taking their first lead of the set at match point. Caboozle needing to win 2 in a row here if they want any opportunity to make top 8.
This is such a scary spot to be in. You've made it this far, but BLAARG can just take one more game here. Tries for the DPC. Cab is able to keep it going for a fairly long time, but isn't able to close it out. And now BLAARG is sending it so much. Cab needs to survive here. Like his life depends on it, and it does.
Oh, no! The L piece tries to place the L piece in time, but does not work out. And with that, BLAARG takes it, moving on to top 8. What a ridiculous performance by both of them. It's crazy that Caboozle does not make top 8 with a performance like that. Yeah, both of them averaging over 200. Caboozle 214, and still that's not enough. Oh my goodness, I am out of breath with that.
What? Jeez.